Hey guys, what's up? It's Yana. Welcome to day 5 of Camp NaNoWriMo July 2023. And I'm kind of taking a little bit of a day off today. So I've had this really big problem for the last kind of 10-ish days while I've been here with actually getting into any sort of holiday mood. I know I keep saying it's like a holiday, not really a holiday because I have so much to do. But even with that, usually when I'm here, I can feel the vibes. And it does take me a little while. Usually takes me like 2 or 3 days to start feeling like that. But this time it's been like really bad this year. I've literally been here almost 2 weeks and just feeling like it's not even properly summer, like I'm just kind of still grinding, which is obviously just a waste of me being here. And since yesterday I have finally started feeling a little bit more summery and a little bit more like chilling. I'm a little less stressed. I've gotten ahead on some of, well, by ahead I mean I've done a good amount of work, so I feel like I'm in a good place with a lot of the important projects. The admin was all done yesterday for the time being, so I'm feeling a bit more relaxed, and I kind of want to take advantage of that and have a day or a few days where I'm not really pushing very hard so that I can have a proper break. Which means that today I'm just not going to have any like solid goals. If I feel like writing, I'm going to write. But if I don't, if I'm actually just lying on the beach, I'm planning on finally freaking getting to the beach and into the water, which I haven't done yet really. But if I'm feeling like just lying on the beach and like maybe reading or like listening to a podcast, then I'm just gonna do that. I'm not gonna push for work today if I'm not in the mood for it, and hopefully that will kind of replenish the well, you know, that phrase, and I will feel more rested afterwards, and then for the remainder of the time that I'm here, for the remainder of the month. So I'm gonna take some breaks like this during the month. The only problem with that is that I feel really bad when I can't tick things on the to-do list, and I know that I could technically just remove them from the to-do list from today. But then you're kind of breaking a streak, and that's a little bit annoying. I'm not terribly like, I'm usually quite good at prioritizing taking care of myself rather than like, you know, ticking things. But it's still a little bit, it rankles a little. So maybe I will try to kind of cheat and, I don't know, write like a single sentence or like translate a single sentence, and like I can still tick that project for the day because something's been done there, but without actually dedicating a lot of time on working on something that I don't feel like working on. And then the other thing that would be nice to do is, you know, I was thinking yesterday about what I could read to kind of get me into the writing romance mood, and I've decided that I should read a Bridgerton novel, which I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be impressed with, just from what I know about them. Like, I've watched the show, and even though it's Shonda Rhimes and like she's pretty good at doing these things, like she usually elevates the material that she's working with. Even with her kind of involvement, Bridgerton itself, like the main show, I thought the plot of both of the first seasons was pretty dumb, and especially in the first season I absolutely hated all of the characters. In the second season, well, not all of the characters, but all of the main characters, I just felt like I was watching a show about terrible people that should be making better choices. And then in the second season it wasn't much better. In the second season the drama didn't make any sense. Like, why was there even an issue? Why couldn't these two people just get together. Like, I don't think it was made clear. So like in terms of plot, I'm pretty sure that I'm just going to be slightly annoyed. And as far as I know, the show is, by my standards, by what I know I like and dislike, the show is better than the books. And I know a lot of people who are even fans of the books who, for example, like the main characters better in the show. So this is gonna be even worse. But it's still a popular romance series, and sometimes when I read things that I don't necessarily like, that acts as even better motivation. And I'm like, I read it, I'm like, okay, well, you know, people really love this, but I bet I could do something like this, but do it better. Like, I could fix these problems with it, that sort of thing. So I am going to get a Bridgerton novel on Kindle and try to read it. I don't think I'm gonna get either of the first two. I think maybe I'll just jump to number 3, because with the first two, not only do I already know the story from the show, but also I'm just fundamentally uninterested in Daphne and Anthony, and so I don't think I could read entire books about them right now. So maybe I'll just get Penelope's book, or maybe Benedict's book, we'll see. I mean, it should be kind of fun just to get Penelope's book, because that's the season that's about to come out. And I'm still watching the show because I'm enjoying the costumes, I'm enjoying the actors, like the cast is good, even if I don't necessarily always like the characters. And just as an aside, so all of this is about the main Bridgerton show. This does not, none of this applies to Queen Charlotte, yo, because Queen Charlotte, the series, is freaking amazing. I love that show, that's brilliant. You can definitely tell that it wasn't part of the original series, and Shonda was more involved in it, and she basically created these characters because it's so much better. I absolutely love that show. I could go on and on about George and Charlotte, and even more so about Brimsley's backstory. I was absolutely in love with that. So it's not that I don't love anything in the Bridgerton universe, I'm just not very impressed with the actual original Bridgerton stuff. And I mean, who knows, like, at this point, these books are old. Like, if Julia Quinn were to sit down and write a series right now, it's completely possible that I would love it and to be so much better. You know, people evolve and their writing evolves. So no shade on the author here either. This is just specifically about those plots. Anyway, this has turned into a Bridgerton review. I'm gonna go and eat something quickly, and then I'm gonna head to the beach, and we'll see if I write anything today. I may not, I may read something, or just see what happens. We're gonna play it by ear. All right, see you in a bit. Again, sorry I look like crap, but I took a shower a little bit earlier and I don't feel like putting on makeup for the second time today, so we're just gonna deal with that. Today was a really successful day, actually, because I managed to do a little bit of work on my more important projects before I actually even headed to the beach, because it was bugging me. I didn't want to like leave it undone or leave it for later. So I did a little bit of editing and a little bit of translating, and I also went through another chapter of my middle grade novel and edited a little bit there, added a few things. So that was all done before I went out. And then I went to the beach, I walked around the park, it was really, really nice. And I told you that I was going to get a Bridgerton novel to see if that would help me with my fantasy romance. And that is actually working really, really well. I ended up getting Romancing Mr. Bridgerton on audiobook, because why can't I speak? Audiobook, because I had a few unused Audible credits, and I figured I may as well do that rather than paying for it on Kindle. And actually these books, turns out, I think they're actually really, really good for like to listen to on audiobook, because they're quite simple, you're not missing a lot. I feel like the experience is not that different to reading it on your screen or on paper. So that's really good. It's a nice, easy read or listen. I do quite like Julia Quinn's style. I'm still not sold on her plots, but we'll see. I haven't finished the book. I probably shouldn't like prejudge. For all we know, I might just love it. But it definitely did the job of kind of getting me in that mood, and so I am writing at the moment. But because I am concentrating quite well, and I'm doing quite a lot of work, I'm actually going to end the vlog here because I feel like it's distracting me. I don't want to pause to film and like pause to chat to the camera. So I'll end the vlog here, and I will have an update tomorrow with what's happened with that and how I've done for the rest of the day. But all in all, quite a good, successful, fun day. Thanks for watching if you watched this video.